Sometimes we are very mental during our day and there's a lot going on and we're managing and we're doing, and it's hard to notice what's really happening inside. So I enjoy taking a moment to do that at the beginning of practice this evening, and I'm just going to ask you to do that for another breath or two. And this time move your hands to wherever you feel any kind of symptom or reaction or communication coming from your physical body to your information system to communicate how it is that you're doing on a deep level of just really checking in inside. And so as we bring our bodies to these places, not even needing to think or make up a story or hear a story, but just bringing our presence and just noticing how things begin to move as we bring our awareness, our breath, and our own healing presence to them. And we'll bring our hands together and rub them. Beginning to bring ourselves into a quieter mind, bringing the hands to stillness at the heart center. Quieting the mind by stepping out of the thinking mind into the witness mind. And we'll tune in with the Adi mantra, chanting Om Namo Gurudev Namo, creating sacred space together. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Hold the breath, apply the locks, align. And gently release. And so some things change in practice when we're mooning. For example, when we hold, we are going to focus more into the heart center rather than pull Mula Bandha. So most of the time we're pulling Mula Bandha, we're lifting the heart, we're engaging Jalandhar Bandha, and during a woman's moon time, you're going to skip the Mula Bandha. Let's take our legs out to the side. We're going to exhale to the side, inhale center, exhale to the side, inhale center. Letting the eyes close down. Hearing your breath. And we're going to add mantra. Sa. Ta na ma sa ta na ma sa ta na ma sa ta na ma. Last round. Ta na ma. Come to the forward, to the center. take another deep breath here. And with your nice inhale, rise. We're going to take our legs out to the side like this. So we have our front leg touching the knee. This is my left foot touching my right. And I'm going to twist towards the left. I'm going to follow the arrows of the legs and let the hip move freely. And this just feels absolutely amazing. It should feel so good. Good. So Samantha, you're going the opposite way, which also is a nice twist, and we can try that, but notice a completely different twist. Letting that hip come forward, that back hip, and then bringing the body towards the earth. And finding just the right height. You can use the hands and the arms and bending the elbows or straightening the elbows. You can reach through the fingertips. You're just adjusting the arms, and close the eyes so that you're really feeling where your body wants to go. Deepening the breath. And adjusting the arms slightly. You can try reaching more through the right hand or the left hand, or you can have them equal together. And then begin to twist slightly into the neck, just exploring space with the neck. So starting with linear movements in any direction. Just a linear movement. And then letting the neck stretch however it wants, just holding it where it feels really good. And maybe activating and pressing into the stretch a little more, twisting a little further. You can look in the direction of the twist, and you can use that lead hand that is the one that you're looking at to press, to lengthen. Good, and so flex it up higher, which is another way to do this and feels really nice in the hips and the low belly. And let's all come up a little higher. And so if maybe you want to try going just a wee bit lower, so long as it feels good. So we're going to adjust from low to high. And in the high, we're pressing through the belly and opening through the chest and turning in the direction of the twist. You can feel your spine like a spiral all the way down. You feel extension through the back knee. You feel extension up through the third eye and crown chakra. And gently release. And we're just going to twist around to the other side. So we just switch sides. Beautiful. And let's start with the way that Samantha did it first, because this is nice, and I hardly ever do it this way, and it does feel good. And it's different, so let's just do a breath or two here like we did on the other side. Explore that space. So I have a front foot, which for me is my right foot, and my back foot. And now we're looking at the back foot. Now we're going to turn and we're going to follow the arrows and let that left hip or back hip move freely. And start with awareness in the pelvis and the belly. You can slightly rock forward and back, starting up a little higher at first, feeling some opening and breathing. And then you can begin to lower to the ground. There's this whole range, this whole field, this whole plane that you can play with here. It feels really nice to reach through one arm. It feels really good to have both arms together. The key is to move slowly. And notice that there are all these different linear kind of choices in the arms. So yoga is an art and science of lines and circles and sacred geometry. So in the arms we have these linear lines, higher, lower, straighter, more bent, reaching out straight forward or at an angle, and just continue to explore these linear options and how they can really bring an incredible stretch into the low back and just squeeze all the organs. And then bring breath, mindful breath pumping or just exaggerating the breath, whatever it wants to do in this moment, bringing your awareness to it and giving it the permission. Expanding the breath a little bit more. And maybe adjusting now if you've been low for a while, maybe come high. If you want to go lower, you haven't quite gotten to your lowest point, go lower. So just adjusting from where you are to go a little deeper or to another place. And then bring awareness to your hands and let the fingers relax. And with an inhale, come rising up and just take a little bit more time up in this higher realm. Unless you've been here for a while, maybe you want to stay lower, but on the other side, we ended in the higher realm, so we're going to do that on this side too. Just take a moment up here, and all this opening is happening in this mid and low back. Incredible. And gently release. Wow, boy, that felt good to me. All right, we're gonna do the twist, and we've got options. Alyssa, it's good to see you. And I recognize everybody else really well. And I know you guys know that when you come here, you have choices, and I want to free you up to have those choices today. So our goal is to twist the spine and to enhance the breath. And we can keep the hands on the shoulders, or we can reach through the hands. We could even bring them up into Gyan Mudra and let the hands become like paintbrushes just spinning through the air. The hands can move very freely. They get their own rhythm, like you're a spider casting a web. So beautiful. And see if you can bring flow to it. And if you're not getting flow, try coming up on your knees. So flow is part of the goal here. Flow is part of the goal. Good. You can add the breath of choice. I'm choosing right now to do O mouth, and I'm inhaling left and exhaling right. Because I'm on my moon time, I'm doing breath pumping. I'm not doing breath of fire or cannon breath. We want to do different kind of breathing on moon time, so we skip the breath of fire. Breath pumping, breath of fire, both of those are really good here. Just another minute. Good. And just last 20 seconds, just try a different breath than you've been doing. So if you've been doing more of a vigorous breath, try some long, deep breaths. Try moving your breath differently. And a deep breath. We come to center and reach the arms up. Interlace, reach up through the fingertips. Hold the breath. You can apply Mula Band, or like me, you just hold space. And just feel the grounded, earthly aspect of your being. As you exhale, you can come forward or just sit in meditation. And take another round of breath retention. That's it, Ira. There you go, Sean. All right, sitting comfortably, we're going to do a little bit of pranayama work. We're going to take a big inhale and we're going to hold the breath and then we're going to pump the belly. Hands are just resting on the knees. You hold the breath as long as you can and then exhale and do it again. While you're pumping, line up the spine. You're gauging third eye gaze. You're lifting the chest. Your chin is parallel above the earth. You feel your tailbone rooting downward. The whole spine is conscious. You're holding it like a lightning rod. Because it is a conduit rod. It's a conduit of consciousness. And as we pump our breath like this and we engage in bandha and breath retention, that consciousness that is available to us begins to open. So we align the shushmana, the rod, the lightning rod of our brain, our mind, our chakra system, our spine, our pelvis, just to allow that energy to come in more easily. And we just witness. Try not to expect anything. All you have to do is line up your body and you open to that. And anytime that we're holding the breath and we're doing anything, whether we're just holding and retaining or we're pumping, we're opening ourselves to that consciousness. So just visualize that. And you can access it through your third eye gazing. If you can keep that third eye gaze comfortable and relaxed as you do this, that consciousness just wants to come to you. Last round. Just let the breath catch itself. Do anything your body asks. Now we do the opposite. We push all the breath out, we hold it out and we pump. And what happens is any resistance or blockages that keeps us from that intake of cosmic energy, cosmic consciousness, we're releasing those blockages. Push all the breath out. Hold it out. Pump your navel. As you do this, look down. Your Jalandhar bandha is stronger. Your chin goes down more. And it feels completely different. You inhale through the nose. It's important that you release through the nose. Sometimes you release through the mouth, but you really try to do that one through the nose. And then exhale. All the breath out. Mouth or nose. Hold the breath out. Strong Jalandhar bandha. Pump. Inhale through nose and just continue. And if you need to take a couple normal breaths in between the rounds, you just do that. You gather yourself. And this is super powerful because it's releasing any of the resonance in your body and your mind and your field that is not allowing the cosmic consciousness in. Just releasing that. you drop the head down and you focus in the third eye. Just a few more rounds here. Just let yourself feel humility. Let yourself get out of your own way just by feeling humility, gratitude, a sense of reverence for just the simplicity of what you're doing right now and just letting go. This is so powerful for so many of the internal systems, and let yourself enjoy and just bow to the force. And once you get that last round, we're going to push the breath out. We're going to take the breath in. And we're going to hold and bring your hands into any mudra of your choice. And you just hold the breath now. Line up the chakras, engage Jalandhar Bandh. It's a subtle Jalandhar Bandh. Engage Mula Bandh, or just holding space if you're mooning. You just hold as long as is natural, then release. And do that 1 or 2 more times. It's so powerful to do this when you're in a hot spring or a sauna or under a starry sky or listening to your favorite music. You can create ambiance for yourself, and these simple pranayama practices are so potent. They go right to the source of your essence, and they have a lot of bang for their buck. All right, we're going to come up and take a wide angle stance. I know a lot of times I encourage you guys to be on your beds, because sometimes a lot of the practice works on your bed. This won't work on your bed. So ideally you have a hard space also where you can get down easy. Looks like everybody's good. Yes. Nobody's on their bed. Perfect. All right, so side to side, and then we're going to start to bring some flow into the upper body. So this totally shifts things. The lower body is linear, but the upper body is flow. And you're getting the shoulders and the head and neck. And if this is hard for you, then adjust your distance. Check out your distance and notice that you can adjust by just a couple inches, and it's really different. So you want your hands on the ground or up on something. They got to be touching something. And then slowing it down, have a look at your feet and bring them so that they're parallel facing one another. And then we're going to reach down and grab the legs and come forward. Then we're going to continue to hold on to the ankles or just beneath the knees, and we're going to straighten the back and lift up. So we're now trying to, this back here where just above my sacrum, my low back is actually going to indent the opposite way. And I'm pushing back through the sits bones, and you may need to come up to get that. You want to get that in your back. So even if you got to come up above the knees, that's fine. But get that indent. And if you want me to check for you, turn sideways and I'll tell you if you got it. Alyssa's got it. Jenny, she's got it. Little higher on your legs, Jen. And really push the navel forward. Bring your hands up. That's it. A little more up. A little more up. There. Now push the belly button forward. Yes. You can also put a little bend in the knees to support this. Good. And release. And come back to side to side. We're going to add an exhale through the mouth with sound. S-H-E-W. That little sound is very stress relieving. That's actually a real pranayama. Good. And then we're going to come to hands and knees. And we're going to circle. Start clockwise or whichever direction. Making any sound and breath that's authentic. And then reversing direction, circling now the other way. And circling now the other way, and just go 3 or 4 times in each direction. And then switch. And see if you can create different ways of doing this. There are a couple ways that are accessible. One of them is that the arms are straighter and your body's floating more parallel above the earth. And the other way is that your arms are bending and your heart is coming towards the ground. So do 3 or 4 in one direction and then switch and try to get both of those. And then notice your toes and your feet and just see if you can relax and feel them mirror image aligned so that your anchor is solid. Let the head and neck get involved. Deepening the breath, activating the breath. And then gently coming to center. Take the left hand underneath and lay down onto the left side of the arm. So the left side of the face comes to the ground and the outside of the left arm comes to the ground. I'm using my right hand to press into the twist. My butt is close to being above my knees. It might be back a little, but it's not super way forward or super way back. Have your hips more or less above your knees and you're lengthening through the spine. You can even take this right hand up and wrap it around. This is really fun. You take the right hand up, wrap it around. Maybe you can grab the left thigh, or maybe you just rest the hand onto the sacrum or the hip. Give yourself a little massage there. Relax the toes. And we add conscious breath here. You could do just a 10 seconds of breath of fire if you'd like, or long deep breathing. Just activate, activate. We activate through sound and breath. These are such incredible tools for our own resonance. That's what we're doing. We're up-leveling our frequency. So we just bring the breath and the sound to it, and it takes it to the next level. And gently release. Come back to center and just arch a couple times in each direction. Really, really slow. Arch and hold, really, really slow. And then we're going to come to the other side. So we take our right hand underneath, lay down on the right side of the face, and on the right arm, on the outside of the right arm, and then that left hand is our best friend. Your right foot wants to move. Let it move. It's okay. The right foot's naturally going to move. That's possible. Again, my hips are more or less above my knee. Check yours. More or less above the knee. Beautiful. And then we can activate with breath or sound. You can use sound, mantra, breath. Try positioning the left hand in a couple different places and see how that shifts. How you can deepen the twist. You're supporting the twist of the spine.
And gently release. Inhale, rise up. We're going to line up the knees so that they're hip width apart and the hands so that they're shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers wide and align the middle fingers. Feet can be together or separated. We're going to drop the belly and open the throat and get that big, nice indent in our back the best we can. Just releasing and lengthening. Feel yourself arching through the tailbone, through the crown chakra. With your next exhale, we're going to reverse and push up like a cat. Third eye comes towards the heart. Neck is still lengthening, but third eye coming towards the thighs. And tailbone tucking, and then we'll reverse. So we're going to inhale here and exhale, arch like a cat. And you're just finding your own pace. You can start mellow. You can slowly add a little speed. Good, and then adding perhaps a little more flow and speed, but letting it feel so good. So it's all about the feeling. And if your hands are getting tired in this position, if your wrists are getting sore like this, then put them in fists and do like this. So if your wrists are hurting, put them like that. And challenging yourself, knowing your limits. If you got some back stuff going on, then be cautious. But most of us can go faster than we think we can here. And it's really just getting warmed up for that. And again, follow what feels good. I want to invite you to just follow the bliss. So whatever speed feels best to you. Last 30 seconds. Closing the eyes, closing the eyes. Let the head and neck really move. And inhale like a cow, drop the belly. Open the throat chakra. Exhale, arch like a cat. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale to child's pose. And with an inhale, rise. We're going to come up and sit. And one thing that happens to me when I'm mooning is all I wanted to do was sing to you guys when you were in child's pose. So I have often been singing in my Zoom classes. Sometimes I just sing to you guys because I love to do that. And no one has ever told me if it sounds good or sounds bad. So you guys can let me know, okay? All right, we're going to sit and we're going to work the neck. So we're going to start by taking the ear to one side and just simply resting there for a moment. And then with your next inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Take a deep breath here. Feel the shoulders release. Feel the spine lengthen, the chest opening. Then inhale, come back to center. Then we're going to look to the left, come back to center. Look to the right, come back to center. And one more time.
Then we're going to do half circle, side, forward, side. So chin comes forward, take right ear towards right shoulder. And then bring the head back forward, chin to chest, and then over to the left side. And we're just doing a nice big half circle here. You can exhale as the chin comes forward and the throat's compressed. You can inhale as the head comes to the side and the throat is opened. And we're going to continue to slowly move this way, but we're going to move towards full circle going clockwise. So the next time that the right ear is coming towards the right shoulder, you can just continue to circle all the way around. If that feels available to you, and lift up through the chest and the third eye as you come back, feeling the heart and the forehead expanding upward. Throat opening, forehead like there's a string pulling you up. And then we get into Ujjayi breath here if we can, where we bring the breath really deep into the back of the throat. It's like ocean breath. If you can breathe through the throat here, you're going to do that with Ujjayi. Ujjayi breath calms the nervous system. It's a really good one to do during the day, just whenever you think about it. Whenever you feel stress or whenever you're stuck in traffic. Whenever I get stuck in traffic, I do pranayama. I don't get stuck in traffic that much during these COVID days because I don't go anywhere, but I don't go too many places, that's for sure. Now we're going to reverse directions, go the other way. So those things, like it used to bother me to get stuck in traffic. So then I said, well, let me just do pranayama every time I'm stuck in traffic. And that just makes it wonderful. Except you got to keep your eyes open. I've gotten in trouble doing pranayama in stuck traffic. Oh. So taking a moment to think for yourself, what is one of those things that usually makes me feel tense? See if there's an answer for you. And then ask yourself, could you do pranayama in those moments? And if you couldn't, then could you do silent mantra? Maybe you could do that. And this is how we take the yoga off the mat, right? With the pranayama and the mantra, it's so easy. These are the tools that are always in our pocket. They're always with us. Taking a moment to just tune into the deeper layers, to feel the subtleties and to feel, if you can, a sense of bliss, the sweetness, like honey nectar. And just think about harmony. Last circle. Gently coming to stillness. Take a deep breath in, hold, align, connect. And as you're ready, release. Shoulders up and back. Nice one for breath pumping. You can get the breath going. Let the head and neck move with it. And most of you know breath pumping, but if it's new for you, what is it, right? In, out, out, out. In, out. Reverse the direction now of the shoulders. Slow it down and reverse. So with breath pumping, it's mouth or nose, and it's any number of in and any number of out.
Now we're going to take the arms and we can come ahead and come on up to our knees, or you can stay seated. We're going to move with the arms starting up and back. And I like to rock my body side to side, creating movement in every part of me. And I'm going to move the camera back so you can see better. That's it. You guys got it. And the elbows are relaxed. The arms are out. The arms are relaxed. Yes, you got it. Everybody looks good. And then reverse directions and make it more like you're swimming. Good. Side to side in the hips. That's it. And then reverse directions again. And try double. If you were doing double, try one. So going back, I think we started with double. So maybe now it's one at a time. We can add sound or breath. It's so good. Lymphatic system flushing. Beautiful. Yes. And slow it down. And now we're going to do double with the arms. I like to sit down on my heels for this. We're going to do double where we bring them back, up, and forward. Good. So we have to show up for our yoga practice. The more we show up, the more we get out of it. And that showing up for me it's so simple. It's all about the breath, the mantra, and the sound, right? That's it. Now let your body get still, but the arms get faster. And that's hurting my shoulders. So I'm going to just do one side. So if you have injuries, listen to your body. If you're doing just one side, you can switch to the other side, and maybe this side I got to do way slower because I got an injury. I'm just going to make it slower and smaller and bring it some love. Good. So if you've got injuries, this is how you do it. Listen to your body. Listen. Good. All right, now we're going to shake it out. Good. I'm going to put on a 90-second drum so we can just keep shaking here. Maybe let's do 3 minutes because we're already halfway up, but we're still low to the ground. And you guys know I love to shake in all the positions. So you can shake down here, you can shake here, bring your heart towards the earth, you can shake up here. Just stay kind of low to the ground. We're going to come up standing next. And you got some music playing, maybe pause it. Here comes some drums to inspire you.
So good. So good. All right. So I know I said we were going to stand up, but I'm going to keep us down because I want to make sure we have time for everything. So we're going to come down and we're coming into some back strengthening. So we're going to be on our elbows here and we're going to bring our feet together. See that my pillow's in the way there. And then we're going to lower the chest and take the hands behind us, palms facing up. And we're going to lift the feet up and we're going to reach up. And you can add breath of fire or cannon breath or any breath of your choice here. Now just take your hands out to the sides like you're flying through the air. Keep your feet up if you can. Keep your head up if you can. Lift up, 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 up. And then you're going to take the hands forward and hook your thumbs and reach. Hook your thumbs and reach. Feet are going to separate a little. Let them separate to hip width and reach. And release. Wiggle your hips side to side. Make a pillow for your hands out of fists or flat hand and put your forehead on it. And we're going to come back up to our knees. And we're going to do camel. We're going to have our knees hip width apart. Level 1, the hands will stay on the hips and we reach back and then we lift up and we come into child's pose. And we're just going to flow between these two. And level 2, if you're able to lean back without twerking to the side, you can't do, if you do the big twist to the side, then you should stay at level 1. But if you can just drop yourself back, if you can lean back and drop your hands back and touch the heels, you can go there. And then you arch fully. Take a few breaths or even just one breath and then lift up with an inhale. Let the inhale lift you up and exhale down. So we just continue to move between the two postures, adjusting and adapting to our level as we go. We can always change our mind. And use the inhale always to help you lift up and out of things. Three more. Or approximately 3 more. We'll just do a few more here. Depends on how fast you're going, right? Beautifully done. All right, we're going to switch around and we're going to come balancing on our sacrum, on our bum, and we're going to reach through our legs. We're going to lift our feet up and we're going to try to hook underneath right just beneath the knees. From underneath the knees, hooking under. You got it. Beautiful, Jen. Beautiful. Now bring your little feeties together like they're in a prayer position here. Okay. And then you can bring the hands into a mudra, maybe a Gyan mudra or any mudra of your choice. And then you lift up through the chest and align the crown chakra. Close the eyes, tune into the third eye, or keep the eyes softly open and you add the breath of your choice. So you can do any of the breath of fires. You could also do what I'm going to do today, because I'm not doing breath of fire while I'm mooning. I'm going to inhale through O mouth and exhale through nose. And as you do this, I want you to feel the creative force of the universe and just feel your own creativity, and imagine that you are just stoking the sacred fire, that the creative force within you is coming into contact with the creative force of the universe through your breath. And the creative force of the universe is replenishing your creativity. It's coming in through the breath and nurturing the fire, the garden of your creativity inside of you. And if you're doing the breath of fire or any version of that, you're going to come to close with that at this time, which means that you're going to take a deep breath in and hold and let everything connect. And you're going to try to hold the physical postures. I know this is a little trickier for some and easier for others. We're going to try to hold the posture, and we're going to slowly move towards our feet with our hands. And then we're going to take one hand around to the top of the foot and then the other hand. And then we're going to try to open the legs here. Holding on to the feet. There it is. And then we come to another round of breath practice. And if this is just not working for you today, you can just take it to laying down. You can just lay down and do it right here. Just get a lot of the benefit right here. And if you're not that flexible, you just reach a little differently. You might have your knees bent. You can massage your legs if you're laying down, okay? And so you're choosing your breath. And again, stoking the sacred fire of your creative energy. If you can, you're going to bring your feet together. Come into Navasana. Don't watch me, you might fall. Try to look at something still. Once you know what you're doing, find a still spot to look at. Feet come together. And when you're ready, bend the knees and release them down. Beautiful. Jen, that was amazing. Good job, you guys. All right. So we're coming into some core work. Last little bit before we close things down. So hands underneath the hips. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Or find your own breath rhythm. 3 more. And we hold them up, and then we're going to separate them, and we're going to bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle. Sacrum's on the ground, head's on the ground. Circling the legs, pointing the toes, and reverse directions. Cycle backwards. And gently release by hugging the knees and stretching out the low back. I'm going to drop the legs to one side and come to a lying twist.
With an inhale, rise. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. And bringing yourself up in your own mindful way. We have a really nice, potent, short meditation, which is perfect for today, so we get a nice, complete practice. So this comes from this book, which I love, and this is our meditation today, right there, okay? It's called Breath Meditation to Strengthen the Mind and the Immune System. Okay? Breath meditation to strengthen the mind and the immune system. Love this. So our left hand comes into Surya Mudra, the ring finger and the thumb. Thumb holds that ring finger down. We're going to hold that at about the level of the shoulder. And the right hand is going to come up and block with the index finger the right nostril. And these meditations for me are super irritating, but they're super good. And you just have to go through the irritation, because what you're doing is you're going to do breath of fire only through the left side, and it just feels so weird, and then it feels amazing. So we're in this position, and what is going to happen is the coolest thing. We're going to do a breath of fire to the rhythm of a mantra, which is Sat Nam Waheguru. Sat Nam Waheguru. Sat Nam Waheguru. So the breath and the navel pump's very strong. It's a real moving nod, bandha, breath, mantra thing, okay? Waheguru. Sat Nam Waheguru. This is your rhythm. Waheguru. Sat Nam Waheguru. And it starts to feel ecstatic and amazing, and you just keep going here. The rhythm just diverts the attention so that you don't even care that it's just your left nostril breathing anymore. You really are dancing with your breath and your mind into that mantra, into the mantra, Sat Nam Waheguru, just dancing with it and giving yourself a strong navel pump. And just keep going and just trust the yoga. Trust the yoga. The nose starts to feel like it's burning, or it just feels whatever, but you just trust the yoga, because you're opening up this whole channel that you would never normally open without doing this. And so get the medicine, strengthening your mind, strengthening your immune system. And we just do this for a little bit longer, so stay with it, stay with it. Now push all the breath out, interlace the hands in Venus lock, and put them right over the eyes. And take a deep breath in and try to pull the hands apart without actually doing it. Just create that pressure. As you hold the breath in, the hands are over the eyes, and you're pulling, pulling, pulling. Keep the body right where it is as you exhale. 2 more rounds. Move with your own rhythm. You're relaxed here. You hold the breath, squeeze Mula Bandha, and now pull. powerful, dynamic compression inside, squeezing, pulling. Relax as you exhale, realign. Get 3 really good rounds here. When you're done, just going to relax down and move towards Shavasana. If you want to take a moment of meditation, you can. When you're ready, you'll come to Shavasana. And, to be healthy, it really helps if we have moral and mental strength. If we don't have moral strength, we won't have mental strength. We are born with an inherited strength, which is a pure energy that is like Source, God, Goddess itself. This strength is born into us. We feel this strength innately. Our projected strength is created or blocked by ourselves. Usually we block the strength that we are able to project, the capacity that we have, through anger, self-defeat, or blame. To have a strong projected strength, a strength from the inside that comes out and is effective, it helps if we consciously work out what it is that's blocking it. Right? That takes a bit of a journey. Our psyche and our energy centers need us to adjust them. Our psyche and our energy centers need us to consciously adjust them. They don't just heal themselves. They don't just adjust. We have to bring mindfulness inside of ourselves. And you are your own most powerful healer. So at this time, deeply accepting and deeply surrendering. Just letting go. Falling into the sweetness of space, the vast, vast realm of the infinite, where there is everything and it is so expansive. In this everything, you just rest in the still point and just let go.
Oh, Sirima. Sirima. Maikalima. Siri Gurute Vename. Inviting your next breath to be deep and full. Holding that breath for a moment and just bringing your gaze to the third eye. As you release the breath, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then reach up above the head to stretch through the arms, the legs, the whole body. And with your next exhale, I invite you to gently roll to one side and come to your fetal position. And just rest there for a moment. And take this moment to notice where it is that you would like to direct some healing energy inside your body. And just curating the pulse of the practice and directing some energy towards your own healing. And then using your hands and your arms, keep your body nice and relaxed as you push yourself up, coming all the way up to sitting. And we bring our hands to our heart center. You can rub them for a breath or two first if you'd like. Chant Satnam 3 times together, sealing in our practice, identifying with truth, aligning to truth. May we feel a welcoming inside to the winter that arrives. May we feel a gratitude for the nesting time that is unfolding, that we can
even more turn inward and take care of things that are in our inner world and inside of our homes. And just embracing the season and all that it brings, using this time for shadow work, for self-healing, for creation and art. And may we always remember that our creativity will carry us through. Satnam.